You know who's collecting old cars right now? It ain't just your grandpa. It's us, it's Gen X. And it's not just old cars we're collecting. It's vintage BMX bikes and old skateboards and even old punk rock records. I mean, you spend any enough time in a hot rod shop or a custom car shop these days, and sooner or later, you're going to hear some old punk rock music coming across the stereo system. The Misfits and the Circle Jerks and Black Flag and even the Dead Kennedys, that's the stuff we all loved. But one of the best punk bands ever was Dead Kennedys. And the lead singer of the Dead Kennedys, Jello Biafra, has decided to sell his beat-up old '89 Toyota Celica GT convertible on Hemmings.com. What kind of person would want a beat-up old car like that? Well, you would have to be a real Dead Kennedys fan. You'd have to be a real Jello Biafra fan. I mean, can you name 3 Dead Kennedy songs? Do you know this album?
And you gotta be a real Dead Kennedys fan to want a Toyota Celica like that.
Jello Biafra was the lead singer of one of the earliest punk rock bands from San Francisco. He and the Dead Kennedys became some of the best-known names in an otherwise underground Gen X movement, and he decided to sell his car with Hemmings.
Hey there, all you road hounds. It's Jello Biafra here. And after 30 plus years, I am finally letting go of my beloved, now classic 1989 Toyota Celica GT convertible. If you ever sent me a demo or a copy of your CD or your cassette and wanted me to listen to it, chances are I played 99%. I listened to them on that stereo in this car. It's a very historic car. It's not a beautiful car. It's got dings and whatever else. It's a punk rock car. And so I'm not expected to get $8,000, but be reasonable. Get it up there, because otherwise, who knows? You might get me to bring it to you. I might not bring you a signed Fresh Fruit CD to play in the stereo.
As soon as his online auction went live, fans freaked out and the thing went viral. And when Jello teased that he might give the winner a personal tour of his punk rock San Francisco in the car, we knew we had to come along on that trip. So we met the winner and new owner of Jello's '89 Toyota Celica GT convertible outside his record label offices in Oakland, California. Tiffany was waiting for us, and Jello, to get this one perfect day started.
All right, so now we're finally here at his record label, Turn to Tentacles, but now we got to wait for him to show up before we get this day started, right? So I've heard that he likes to take his time with some of these things, so we'll just hang out and wait for him, and when he shows up, then we'll get the rest of the day started. Wow. All right, Tiffany, he just woke up. Should we go eat?
Let's go.
All right, cool.
No Jello, but we had the car. His '89 Toyota Celica GT convertible is sort of rare. I mean, less than 5,000 of these things were ever made. But just like Jello said, this thing is punk rock all over, and really, not one square inch of it has not been hammered on. But that's also the beauty of it, right? I mean, Jello lived his life in this thing. And look, Tiffany has never driven a 5-speed manual transmission, so guess who's driving for the day?
Oh my God.
212,000 miles, and it still runs real. I cannot believe how well this thing runs.
Yeah, I was surprised.
I've got nothing that runs this well after that many miles. This is crazy.
Yeah.
It's in 30 years old.
Yeah.
1
year younger than me, and that's all I need to know.
You went, speaking of range, so you went from this Challenger to a Tesla.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it. Obviously I don't agree with the political.
Yeah, that's kind of hard, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm just like, I don't know. That's why I was starting to look for a second car, And then when Ian was like, "Oh, this is fun," yeah, I was like, "Perfect, that's the one.
That's exactly what you need.
This will be my daily driver to Disney."
And it really could be. Like, you could, with a set of tires, I mean, I don't see any reason why you couldn't drive the shit out of this thing.
I mean, still the wheels
It's
literally
just
fall
literally
off.
fall off.
Maybe some other things fall off.
Let's go around the block. That is it right there. So let's go around the block here. Is this day kicking off Jello's punk rock tour of San Francisco? No, but we know where a few of his haunts are across the Bay Bridge in Oakland, so we'll start off at Gilman Brewing Company next door in Berkeley, California.
You gotta watch your step there. Yeah.
This place is great for a beer tapped fresh from the giant vats and getting Tiffany's story. The very first time you ever heard about the car.
Yeah.
Let's start there. Tell me about that.
Well, the first time I heard about this car was a friend of mine and I were talking about getting, how I wanted to get a second car. And a friend of mine sent me the link to this car. And I couldn't imagine a more interesting approach to getting a second car that's got this history attached to it. So I said, why not? Let's have an adventure and go up to San Francisco and drive it home.
That is the craziest and most awesome thing I've heard in a long time. So when you saw the pictures of the car on the auction listing, is that when you asked, does it run? Or like, if it runs?
Yeah, I knew it was well loved.
It looked like...
well lived. Had some
it lived
history.
in, yeah.
And knowing that it was a Toyota, I felt like that it had some more life and
That makes sense.
Yeah, to get some stories out of it, I thought might be interesting, and just the connection to the history of punk in the San Francisco.
Were you a fan already?
Oh,
Were you a fan of,
Yeah. The first time I ever heard the Dead Kennedys was when I was really young, playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
It was
on
in the soundtrack of the PlayStation, right?
Yeah, and I was like, this is awesome. And then, my friends at the time were into them as well. So then I've always listened to them, throughout my life. And then, this just came back around. And when it came up for auction, I'm like, this has to happen.
That looks really good.
That does look really good.
Got the steam coming off of it.
Yeah. At Gilman, you're having the West Coast Pilsner, or, like us, if you're waiting for Jello, their hazy IPA called the 10 Minutes Late sounded appropriate. Along with their giant soft pretzel and their deep dish pizza called the Straight Edge, you're eating like a punk rock adult, but also feeling like a kid about to head out to the all ages show to see your favorite punk band. Which is what we're about to do by driving LA style, right next door. Okay, we're here. 924 Gilman is one of the smallest live music venues in Berkeley, but it's also the home of punk rock in East Bay. Opening in 1986, all the legendary bands played there, and you can still see a show if you time it right.
I think Jello made famous. So here we are. It's not open. I think a true punk rock style won't be open until around 7, maybe 9.
Yeah.
And if it was Jello, maybe 10 or 11.
True. Yeah.
Let's get back in the car. Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. See, I get used to this with Bumble. I mean, the guy should know.
I slipped back through my basement door, swing shot for that on the low, dive in my scalding wooden tub, fire on beach at night, the bed in my moonlight.
I'm waiting for the door to not open one of these days. Okay, so apparently 1, 2, 3, 4 Go is one of Jello's big hangouts. Let's go and find out why.
You can't do the wait for Jello thing without hitting his favorite record store too. So it's off to 1, 2, 3, 4 Go Records across town in Oakland. Vinyl is making a comeback, so an afternoon here is never a bad idea.
Grew up on Dead or Alive.
That's awesome.
1234 Go is everything you ever wanted in a record store. Rare vinyl, lots of different musical genres, and even a guy behind the counter in a jean jacket who questions your taste in music.
All right. So it's only like 4 hours later, but we probably still have some time
Yeah.
before he gets there.
Look, there's a backstory to Tiffany buying this car, so we needed to get to full scoop. And what better way to dish than doing it under the paint at a nail salon?
Saigon Nails. We're going to get our nails did.
We heard that Tiffany was going to take the car with a friend who could drive the 5-speed manual transmission, but when she showed up alone, we needed to get the dirt.
I'm going to pick
Oh,
one.
cool. Yeah. Which color are you going to do?
I think I'm going to do like
burgundy.
like one of these, like a,
It's a good one.
75. Yeah, bright.
What are you? Are you a fall? Are you a winter?
I usually do a black or a
okay.
burgundy. Maybe I do black. Maybe I do
I
black.
think I'm going to do that too if they let me.
Yeah, just like a regular black color. Yeah.
Twinsies. I'm a little rough around the edges, aren't I? Okay, Tiffany, start telling me, okay, how did this dude get all up in your ear
Right.
and convince you to get this car?
I was just talking about how I needed a second car, and I was looking at options, and this guy was like, you should buy this car. And I looked, and it just happened to be Jello Biafra's car on Hemmings, because he's one that watches Hemmings like a hawk. And I was like, okay, let's see what we got. And then this came with the whole tour, the hangouts. And I said, yeah, I have to buy this car for the adventure.
But this dude, there's a backstory here, right? Because it wasn't just like a buddy of yours called you up and said you should do this. Like he had to have something more like invested into this whole entire thing, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, what was that about?
So this guy I dated maybe 15 years ago, saw him for the first time a couple months ago, and you know, sparks flew. And so
Of course.
we started talking, and we've been talking every day since then, and we planned this whole trip. We got the car, we were gonna drive it back down, stop at all these places. He made the agenda of all the trip stops. And we were gonna stop at the Madonna Inn, Hearst Castle, do all of these things.
Ooh, that almost sounds romantic.
Yeah, it was teetering.
It was teetering, right?
There was poetry in the agenda. There was
Poetry.
a lot of things.
Okay, so then this sounds pretty good. How did
Yeah.
it all fall apart then?
A week before I came out, he calls me and says, I can't go. And I'm waiting on this guy to help me get the car down. So he was supposed to teach me how to drive it. He was supposed to fix it up on the way home. And all that went out the window. So he said he can't, he couldn't come on the trip. And he's now ghosted me ever since.
Girl, you couldn't even drive a stick shift and he was going to do that for you?
Yes, yes.
And now you're up here with a 5-speed manual, 89 Celica, and he's not here.
Right. High and dry.
That sounds like there's another woman in this script. Is that true?
Oh, there is. The girlfriend found out.
The girlfriend found out? When did she put the kibosh on this whole thing?
A couple days before he called, so maybe like a week ago.
Oh no.
Right.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But girl, you came up anyway.
I came up anyway. It's my
Don't let a
adventure.
man tell you what to do.
That's right. No man gonna stop me.
We're gonna have to tell Jello about this when we see him. He's probably gonna have an opinion
Yeah.
about what to do.
Yeah.
How jealous is he gonna be when he finds out about this adventure?
I think he's going to blow his mind, and he's going to be so jealous that he missed out on all these things.
Do you think I have good nails for color? This is the first time I've got, like, I feel like I got a good nail bed. Do you think?
Yeah.
I feel like this is bringing the punk rock out in me.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I feel like it's always been in me.
Right.
But I've never really brought it out
Yeah.
until now.
Thank you.
Dude, look at it. Okay, let's see. Oh, girl.
Yes. Yes.
I love it very much. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get out of here.
We heard Jello was on his way back to meet us at the record label called Alternative Tentacles, so time to leave Oakland and head next door to Emeryville.
The full moon rises. I'm growing hair and fangs.
Hidden under the freeway spaghetti bowl right off the San Francisco Bay Bridge, Alternative Tentacles is a candy store for Jello fans. In true punk rock DIY form, he founded the label to produce Dead Kennedys records back in the day, but since it's grown to produce dozens of bands, as well as being a living museum of all things punk. And then guess who finally showed up?
Hey! Not even shooting my grand entrance. Oh, we got a whole plan for that.
We got a plan.
I just entered. Do it. Really do it. All right.
Great, it's nice
You
to
must
meet
be
you.
Tiffany.
I am.
Hi,
Hi.
how you
Nice
doing?
to meet you.
Yeah. Thank you for buying the car and funding all kinds of late royalty payments that have now been paid.
We figured we might take down a wall and maybe build another section in here with the money.
No. There's other ways to do that. And sorry about my not being here at noon. I never thought I would be. Plus,
Ready to go.
do we have any Wesley seeds?
I gave her the greatest hits 3.
Okay. Have you heard him yet? Do you know who he is?
Yeah,
You know who
we've
he
been
is.
talking about him. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you actually put the top down and gotten it back up? Okay. I think you did that. You didn't?
I put the top down this morning and I didn't realize that the electric motor wouldn't take it back up again.
It's down now. It's up now.
It's up now, but only after shit my pants and figured out, like, I gotta figure out how to get this top back up, and I did.
Yeah, it's not shot. It's just really temperamental.
Yeah.
At one point, Marcus, the singer for Zen Gorilla, got in there and thought he'd fixed it, and he could fix a lot of other things and stuff, including an electronic stove and whatnot.
Oh, good.
And he got it to work, and then eventually it got temperamental again.
It's temperamental now.
And the last time I tried to put it down, it didn't go down. So I thought, okay, it's better than being stuck down. Because one point I was afraid I was going to be driving across the Bay Bridge in cold weather and everything. And then finally, it went up again that night.
Oh.
Yeah. They're glad I waited. I mean, he warned me, because I kept paying the insurance, I kept registering the damn thing, that I was going to take a huge loss just sitting on that car. And then, you may be lucky to get 1,000. That's why we're having all this hangout with Jello stuff in there and the corny punk stuff to sell the car. I mean, there's an earlier place that didn't quite get off the ground that was going to sell celebrity swag of all kinds and stuff. And what they wanted to do was have me write the lyrics to Trust Your Mechanic, Dead Kennedys song, all over the interior of the car. I suppose I could still do that, but...
It's a neat move.
Yes and no. You get to decide that one. Unfortunately, the previous owners, my child was student at the month of Rollingwood School, has kind of been rained off the thing now. Oh yeah, I better ask you now. I only just found out to my horror you don't know how to drive a stick.
I took, my friend bailed on me. He was going to be the one driving it back home. And
Oh my
so
God.
I took a quick course over the weekend to do it. And so...
In other words, I ain't getting in the passenger seat with you at the wheel.
Right.
You might want to drive.
No, don't want to risk that.
No, we don't.
She didn't do that.
I mean, I'll drive you to the movies and stuff if you want. They gotta follow along. Full name.
And you do the seller's stuff, I think, start.
Tiffany not only got to witness Jello signing over the Celica's title to her, but now she knows his full name too. Armed with a new Wesley Willis Greatest Hits CD and only an hour or so of daylight left before Jello treated her to a night at the movies, we headed off to a quick dinner. Turns out, Jello is a huge film noir fan, and its annual film festival takes place right here in Oakland. But before all that, we gotta grab a bite to eat at Emeryville's premier food hall, the Public Market.
McDonald's will make you fat. They serve Big Macs. They serve quarter pounders. They will put pounds on you.
Again, since we just started a discussion, what made you want to buy this car, let alone pay so much money for it?
I want to hear this again, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's all about adventure, right? And life is about doing the weird and the crazy, and what better way to put funds back into something that's important than by getting this car and doing a road trip and doing all kinds of crazy stuff on the way home.
Yeah, it's a good road trip car.
Yeah.
That's
From experience, right?
Oh yeah, as I say, it's been back and forth to Colorado. It's been around the United States, through Arizona, and all kinds of things. But you were saying to me before you got out of the car, you know, now that the camera's on, you completely changed your answer as to why you what made you buy this car and
Well,
stuff. And it was somebody who was supposed to come with you. You would tell you.
Are we going to send this to him so we can?
I don't care. You know
call him
that
up
scene.
and
Yeah. No, we're talking about why you wanted a second car and all this good stuff.
Well,
Why didn't you buy one of those?
Oh.
Because everybody would think you were an for the rest of your life. That's the biggest mobile since the Hummer. So somebody else is going to have to take you out on a back road, and I do mean a back road. Start with a straight one, then start doing the curvy ones, because you will get the hang.
And a couple hills, right, John?
You will get the hang of a manual shift, and once you get it, if you really get it, you're gonna like. I like being that much at one with the road, and gripping and all that good stuff.
You can find just about every culinary style you want at Public Market, but head over to the great Korean barbecue spot in the corner called Nabiq. You order the barbecue short rib plate and the seafood pancakes, and just people watch for an hour. You will not be disappointed.
There's no heater for you, sir. Bye, Dan.
Eddie Muller, the czar of noir on Turner Classic Movies Channel, hosts his Noir City Film Festival every year at Oakland's historic Grand Lake Theater. I mean, really, this is where you want to see old black and white films, and Jello is a fan and benefactor. Okay, so Tiffany never got the Jello Biafra personal tour of punk rock San Francisco, but she may have gotten something even better. A double-header night of classic old movies with the man himself. And then she got to drive home in the car that thousands of people wanted to keep in their own garages. A beat-up old Celica with more authentic punk rock history between its wrinkled quarter panels than a warehouse full of Hot Topic t-shirts could ever hope to have. We've heard the car is hidden away in a garage somewhere in Southern California now, so we can rest assured that there's at least a few more One Perfect Days in her future, with the top down, her Wayfarers on, and a Wesley Willis CD stuck in the CD player.